All right, the MVP is essentially down to three guys, although at this point, I think we know who's going to win it. It's going to be Aaron Rodgers, 48 touchdown passes, more passing touchdowns for Green Bay this year than punts. We don't have an MVP award. We have an Offensive Player of the Year award, a Defensive Player of the Year award, a Rookie of the Year award, and a Coach of the Year award. Now, these are PFTPM awards. I don't want to confuse anyone, but you will see over the course of the next few days the official PFT awards on the website. We have all of the AP categories and a couple more. This is just for the purposes of this show, and there are three winners for each award because we don't want to duplicate the selections that we've made. So with that understanding, so we're all clear and on the same page, Offensive Player of the Year time, MDS, as always, you get to go first.
Well, I'm going with Patrick Mahomes, and although I agree that Aaron Rodgers is the favorite for MVP, I think Patrick Mahomes is setting up for the kind of career where we look back in 15 or 20 years and we say, boy, you know, Patrick Mahomes won a bunch of MVPs, but he should have won even more of them. I think he is going to play just at this consistent level where if he's not the clear-cut MVP, he's right in the conversation. I do think he is the best player. You can argue he didn't have the best year. You can argue that Aaron Rodgers had a better year. For my money, Patrick Mahomes is the best player in the NFL, has been now for 3 years.
I agree with you, MDS. I might throw Aaron Donald in there, but he obviously plays a different position. But I am going to go with the guy who is going to win the MVP award. I can almost guarantee that it's not going to be unanimous because I know there's going to be some people who vote for Josh Allen and possibly Patrick Mahomes, but Aaron Rodgers.
Are you voting for Josh Allen?
Usually. I actually voted for Aaron Rodgers, but I do know some people who voted for Josh Allen, and I considered it strongly because I think he has a great case. But Rodgers led in completion percentage, which is normally a Drew Brees area of leadership. We know Drew Brees year after year leads in that. He led in touchdowns. He led in fewest interceptions. He led in passer rating. Every big category he led in, and the Packers were just terrific. So it was a tough decision, Mike, because I think Josh Allen deserves it just as much as Aaron Rodgers does.
Yeah, and Josh Allen is my Offensive Player of the Year, and I feel bad because we're not giving Derrick Henry any recognition in this, but he will be most likely the AP Offensive Player of the Year with that 2,027-yard performance. But Josh Allen was phenomenal this year. I don't know why he didn't get more credit for what he was doing. I think the problem is it didn't really take off for him until after the Hail Murray game, although he did have some great moments early. They started strong. We all paid attention. Then they had the dip against the Titans and the Chiefs. And that's when we kind of like, well, okay, yeah, good start, but yeah, you're not really ready to be one of the great quarterbacks in the NFL. And then he just kind of quietly snuck up on us week after week, the last 6 games of the season, and became one of the best quarterbacks currently in the NFL, period. And I think he's been inspired by what he sees Patrick Mahomes do. He realizes that he can move and he can throw and he can do a lot of the things Mahomes does, throwing across the body, throwing on the run. I've talked to people very knowledgeable in league circles who quietly will say if they had to choose between the two right now, they would take Allen for the course of the career because he's larger and possibly more durable than a Patrick Mahomes would be. Remains to be seen how durable both are over the long haul, but that's high praise for Josh Allen because there is a sense by some that Patrick Mahomes is in a class by himself. There are others out there who think that Josh Allen is in that exact same class, so he's my Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year time. MDS, who do you have?
Well, Charean mentioned you could argue he's the best player in the NFL. It's Aaron Donald. You know, he's already in a select group of players who have won the Associated Press Defensive Player of the Year award twice. He's in that group along with Mean Joe Green, Mike Singletary, Bruce Smith, Reggie White, Ray Lewis. But I think he's about to enter the 3-time winner club, which is only right now Lawrence Taylor and J.J. Watt. He's in a very elite territory. I really think we're seeing one of the all-time great defensive players when we watch Aaron Donald.
Agree with you, MDS. And, the Defensive Player of the Year awards almost always turned into a pass rusher award. And I realized it didn't happen last year. Stephon Gilmore won the award. Xavier Howard had a better year this year than Stephon Gilmore had last year and deserves to be in the conversation. And I don't think he's probably going to get any votes because I think it's probably a two-man race with those pass rushers. But I think he deserves some consideration at least with 10 interceptions. He had a 46.1 passer rating against him. He was just terrific this year, Mike, in every single way for the Dolphins. They went out and signed Byron Jones. Xavier Howard was better.
Back to Aaron Donald, MDS. If I was a Lions fan, and I know, MDS, you're not, you're a well-documented hater of the Detroit Lions, I would still be tormented by the fact that the Lions took Eric Ebron over Aaron Donald at a time when both Ndamukong Suh and Nick Fairley were entering, I believe, the final years of their contracts with the team, and it was an obvious area of need. What in the hell were they thinking to take Ebron over Aaron Donald? Now, look, we didn't know how great he was going to be, but there were indications he was going to be pretty damn good, and obviously he is. There were indications that T.J. Watt was going to be pretty damn good, although some think he was a first-round pick, or at least thought at the time he was a first-round pick only because he was J.J. Watt's brother. No. That was one of those picks when the Steelers drafted him. It was like, damn, that's just one of those we should have seen it coming. This guy is quintessential Steeler, pass rusher extraordinaire, led the league this year with 15 sacks. He's got an energy. He's got a relentlessness. I think he had a huge role in getting that team in the right mindset in all those games played in an empty stadium with yellow, bright seats everywhere you look. And Watt told me himself that they've struggled with that. They have to bring their own energy and constantly work on their other teammates to get them where they need to be. And Watt is just that bundle of football energy and emotion and talent and everything. Mike Tomlin said recently he's from another planet. I think he is as it relates to his football skill. And it'll be interesting to see if what he did siphons any votes away, Charean, from Aaron Donald. It could be that Aaron Donald's unanimous. If anybody else is going to get votes, I think it's going to be T.J. Watt. All right, Rookie of the Year time. Not two categories, not offensive and defensive. One bucket, Rookie of the Year. MDS, who do you have?
I have Justin Herbert, and I just love everything about his rookie season. I love that in his very first start, they come to him a minute before kickoff and say, hey, the team doctor just injected Tyrod Taylor in the lung. You have to go. And he looked totally poised and ready in that game. And I love all the way down to the end of the season how well he was playing. One of the reasons I don't like these tanking discussions is I think we don't celebrate the teams that are out of it but are still playing well in December, which I think really describes the Chargers, who I thought played very hard even after they were mathematically eliminated. I think Justin Herbert, start to finish of his rookie year, he was in command of that offense. I think exceeded expectations as a top 10 pick. When you're a top 10 pick, you got high expectations. I think he was even better than we thought.
I think there are three rookies, MDS, who stood out above all the other rookies, and we have the three of them right here. And you guys, the two guys you picked, are going to fight it out for the Offensive Rookie of the Year. I don't think there's any question that Chase Young is the Defensive Rookie of the Year, and that's why I picked him. He's just been terrific. 7.5 sacks, 12 quarterback hits. He has 44 tackles, 4 forced fumbles, and he's just gotten better as the year has gone on. Some injuries early on in the season, but he just gets better and better and better and really has played well. He still has a lot to learn, though, Mike. Rookie mistake calling out Tom Brady after last week's game.
Yeah, what was the other rookie mistake that he made earlier this year? Oh, it was that stupid unforced error with the roughing the passer against Matthew Stafford in the Lions game. Remember that? And he called it a rookie mistake. It's like, dude, this isn't your first year playing football. You know you can't just knock the quarterback onto his ass well after the ball has been thrown. You don't have to be a 10-year veteran to know that in the NFL. But, the comment about Tom Brady, that just adds a little juice to the Saturday night game, although Chase Young can back it up a lot more than Anthony Smith of the Steelers, who guaranteed a win over the Patriots back in 2007 and had Tom Brady in his face all night long. I don't know that Tom Brady wants to be in Chase Young's face all night long on Saturday. My Rookie of the Year, Justin Jefferson, the Minnesota Vikings. First couple of the games of the season, they didn't use him much. What makes what he did after that even more impressive, ultimately setting the team's rookie receiving yardage record. And correct me if I'm wrong, did he set the league the NFL single-season rookie receiving yardage record? I think he may have. Here it is. Most receiving yards by a rookie, 1,400 since Bill Groman in 1960. So impressive year for Justin Jefferson. I knew he had beaten Randy Moss's record of 13-15. And when you're in that kind of territory, number one, it shows he's going to be great. Number two, it shows they did the right thing moving on from Stephon Diggs. That relationship was fractured. They've got a mixed history at best of drafting first-round receivers. This one hit for them, and this is a guy that I think they need to think about moving forward, building their offense around. That's how good he is. Coach of the Year time for 2020. MDS, who do you have?
Well, I have Sean McDermott, and the reason I have him is not just that the Bills, of course, had a very good season, but also whenever I watch the Bills, I just feel like everything about it is Sean McDermott's coaching kind of falling into place. You know, some coaches come in and they say they've got a plan and they're going to change this and they're going to change that, and you're never really sure you buy it. I feel like these Bills are playing the exact brand of football that Sean McDermott was preaching in his first year. I think they're a smart team. They're a team that can make big plays, but they can also play tough physical defense. I feel like they're just the right team. They're the team Sean McDermott told us they were going to be. You know, I haven't gone back and looked at his introductory press conference, but maybe I should, because I just feel like whenever I watch these Bills, I'm watching exactly what he laid out when he first became a head coach. He was talking about the kind of team he wanted to build. I feel like these Bills are that kind of team.
I'm going with Kevin Stefanski for the same reasons I mentioned earlier. First playoff berth since 2002, first winning record since 2007. They've had 4 coaches in 3 years, counting interim coach Greg Williams, and he seems like he's the right choice, Mike. Just unfortunate for the Browns and for Kevin Stefanski. He's not going to be there for their playoff game this weekend.
And look, I think Stefanski will win the AP Coach of the Year award, and it is a tough award to gauge because in my mind, it's the coach who best exceeds the expectations that we had for his team going in. And because of that, it makes it difficult for a guy like Matt LaFleur, because we already had high expectations for the Green Bay Packers. But my goodness, 26-6 in 2 years on the job. Managing Aaron Rodgers, who can be, if you haven't heard, a little bit of a difficult personality. Matt LaFleur has already created a standard where he could be Coach of the Year every year like a Bill Belichick. He's never going to win it as long as Aaron Rodgers is there, because we're going to expect him to be 12-4, 11-5, 13-3, but he deserves consideration, and he's my pick for Coach of the Year as we wrap up this discussion.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.